Hello, my name's Paul and I'm a lifelong rail worker. Started when I was 16, 38 years ago. And I'm with my wife Fiona, the co-founder of Head-shunt, a mental health charity we're establishing for people in the railway industry. I thought I'd record this film today on Suicide Awareness Day to share my experiences with people. I feel able to do that and want to do that to help people who may be suffering or indeed to help others have a better understanding of how they can help their friends or family members who might find themselves in a difficult time. My story relates to a number of instances when I was at railway stations intent on bringing my life to an end when I seemingly couldn't cope with scenarios that I was facing, and with both occasions they were in 2012 and 2020. I was less than a minute away from completing what would have been that most final of actions, but happily can say that that I didn't do that, and that I had some great help from people, both medical professionals in the form of my GP, and with the second event in autumn 2020, some help from the psychologist that was treating me at the time when I'd been diagnosed by the GP with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I suppose the thing that I would really want to share is not so much the events that led up to me being at a railway station on those two occasions, but actually to convey to you the fact that even when it feels like things are really very difficult, quite simply that people are willing to help you. And I found, particularly with the second series of events in the autumn of 2020, people, friends, colleagues at work and my family were nothing other than supportive when I explained the circumstances in which I found myself, notably at a railway station at the end of October 2020. And I suppose through talking to my GP, talking to the psychologist, talking to my family, telling my friends about where I got to be in such a tricky place, actually initially was a little bit tricky, but actually was cathartic, because I realised that I could open up to people, remembering the strapline that it's okay not to be okay. And I think I probably learnt that of all the people in the world, men aren't so good at speaking about their feelings and how they feel, but based on my own experience, please do feel able to speak up and share with others. And I think my overriding memory of when I was really sort of quite poorly, I was off work for 8 months, through autumn 2020 into 2021, the overriding memory is that just nothing was too much trouble for other people to help when I engaged with them. And so I suppose my message from that would be is that there really is hope, even if you find yourself in a very difficult place and contemplating bringing your life to an end. my message would be, please don't do that. There are people who really will help, and I didn't think there was, but my overriding memory, overriding learning is that people actually did. And I did other things that helped me aside from the psychological help and some medical help administered through the doctor, some changes to how I lived my life, read and tried to upskill myself about how to better be able to relax, better be able to speak up about things, and even learnt about things like self-appreciation, where actually I thought I was fundamentally a bad person, and that contributed to me going to the railway station because I didn't want to be a burden to people, but actually I learnt more about myself and being kinder to myself, and that's learning that I'm so grateful for, that has stayed with me, along with the other techniques that I learnt, that even after when I went back to work in May 2021, the things that I learnt around relaxation, self-appreciation, recognising even little things each day that were good, they are good things that I still do now to keep me fit and well. So I would commend you to speak up if you feel poorly, and actually if you're watching this and it inspires you to go and help people because you think they're poorly, please, if you feel it's safe to do so, please go and do it. And I think in conclusion, some of the learning that I garnered myself about, where I came close to ending my life on a couple of times, has inspired me with my wife Fiona to want to do something about that. Our particular focus is on helping people in the railway industry, but actually I will realise with that comes a wider responsibility, and that my experience and Fiona's experience can wider help people, not just limited to the railway industry. So just to finish, and I know it's the theme for today's Suicide Awareness Day, don't ever forget, there's always hope. There's always hope out there, and there's always people willing to help you. Thank you, take care, bye.